my play Embellishment.
Watching the sunset, a young woman named Alex sighed at the recent loss of her grandfather. She was at the memorial service, which was held in her grandfather's home and according to his will. A young man, dressed in a black-tailed tuxedo, walks out holding an empty wine glass.
You seem to be underdressed for such an occasion.
I could have dressed worse.
That is true. Things could always be worse.
Okay, then, how can the situation be worse?
He could have died in a lot of pain with no one from his family there in his final moments. I'd say that is a bad way to go.
You don't seem to be too heartbroken about this whole thing.
Calm down, Alex. There's no reason to shout.
How do you know my name?
That should be obvious. Your grandfather told me about you.
When? I don't ever remember seeing you before.
You were too young to remember me. The last time I saw you, you were still pooping your diapers.
You could just say you were still just a baby.
Too simple.
It's also easier.
Easier, yes. It's also dull. Why would I want to go straight forward like that all the time like you do?
Stop talking like you know me.
But I do. Your dear old grandpa told me all about you.
There's no way. You're too young to be an old friend of my grandfather. Who are you, really?
I'm the astronaut that traveled to the center of the Earth to see sights beyond imagination. I sailed on the black ocean of stars and...
Stop telling lies and tell me the truth.
Man, Frank was right. You're a bit of a stick in the mud.
Excuse me?
There's nothing wrong with embellishing a little, is there?
That's the same as lying.
Someone like you, I can see why you would think that.
My grandfather Frank always did that. He would tell lies all the damn time, never taking anything seriously. To him, life is just a game to play, and he did so like a little immature child.
How do you know he was lying and not embellishing?
It's the same damn thing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Stop that! Sorry.
Sounds to me like you have some issues with Frank telling his embellished tales.
He never took anything seriously. Every time I saw him, he was goofing around and acting like a child.
Yeah, that was the best part about him.
You do know that glass is empty.
No,
Then you're very drunk. No wonder why you're acting so odd.
I haven't had to drop to drink all night.
Then why did you answer no to my question?
To the kids, I'm drinking apple juice. To the adults, I'm most likely drinking some sort of wine. However, I'm having the finest chocolate milkshake from Switzerland.
What?
Why is that so hard to believe?
While some of grandfather's stories were out there, that was very out there. How do you expect me to believe that?
Simple, just believe. It's all a matter of the mind.
I knew it. You're drunk.
Do I look drunk? Or smell drunk?
I'm just imagining you are.
That is a start. You're using your imagination at least. Now try for something more positive. I know. Do you remember your grandfather's pirate story?
He had a lot of them.
Yes. How about the one where a pirate captain tried to steal the groceries that he bought?
Of course I do. That was so stupid. What kind of pirate tries to steal groceries?
A pirate is a pirate, just looking for something to steal. I remember that they got into a sword fight. The pirate goes,
Arr, give me your booty and I might let you keep it on.
Yes, and Grandpa Frank goes,
No, I will never give you my boots.
of course, the pirate says,
I need your treasure, you buffoon.
and Grandpa replies,
You're trying to steal my buff balloons. I don't have any.
yeah, that was great.
I can't believe he would tell such a lie.
It wasn't a lie. He was just making a boring experience an exciting one.
That's lying.
That is embellishing.
We've already been over this earlier. It's the same damn thing.
No.
Okay then, explain it to me. Explain to me how they are not the same.
Well, let's look at another story, like how he was digging up fossils.
He wasn't digging up fossils.
The fossil he found was incredible. He wasn't sure if it belonged to a dinosaur or a dragon. I remember him saying,
This could even belong to a goat for all I know. An ancient goat with 15 horns.
Which is impossible.
as far as we know, yes. But who's to say that there wasn't an ancient goat with that many horns? We simply don't know.
As I was saying, he wasn't digging up fossils. He was just digging a fire pit. A very small one at that.
Man, oh man, your shell is even harder than rock.
What?
You still don't get it.
You haven't explained anything. All you did was tell another one of Grandpa's lies.
Is that the way you see it? Man, this is going to be harder than I thought.
Just explain it to me. How is embellishment different from lying?
That's what I've been trying to do. But you just aren't getting it. Well, as they say, third time's a charm. Let's look at another story.
Fine.
Which one, though, is the question. I got it. How about when he got lost in the woods?
He got lost in the woods? When?
Eh? You don't know that story? When he took a vacation with his wife to Canada?
I knew that happened, but not about how he got lost.
Then that is perfect. Well, it happened when his car broke down. He had taken a road that he believed was a shortcut. It was a back road, and he did just pass a gas station, so it was easy enough to hike back there. However, fog began to roll in on his way to the station. It seemed the fog was getting thicker by the second as he...
Hold on! How is this a good story to use when I haven't heard it before?
Please don't interrupt me when I'm telling the story.
How can I know which part is the truth and which part is a lie?
I suppose fair is fair. You should actually hear a story that you know.
Yes.
All right. Have you heard a story about when he went golfing and was attacked by pirates?
Can you not pick a pirate story since you already did one?
Man, you are so picky. All right, fine. All right, how about the one where he almost caught a water dragon?
Yes, I have.
You don't sound too happy about it.
Let's just get this over with.
Hip hip hooray!
What was that?
You just don't seem too interested is all. Are you actually going to listen this time and not interrupt?
I promise.
All right, so Frank was fishing off that dock we see out there. The sun was shining and the sky was clear. However, nothing was biting. As he waited, he got more and more bored, saying,
Not even a nibble? Why do the fish suddenly hate me? Well, I guess I have been eating them.
Which is what you usually do when you catch a fish.
But that is when it happened. Something snagged the line with a strong pull. It was a mighty battle that seemed to go on forever. However, the line snapped. And then something slowly raised itself from the water. He was speechless at the sight of this majestic beast. The creature slowly sunk back into the lake. And then it was gone. No one knows where the creature went.
It was never there.
And there you go interrupting again.
Well, it wasn't there. It was something that Grandfather made up all along with his other stories.
And you still don't get it.
You haven't explained anything to me. And all you've done is tell stories that my grandfather told. This doesn't prove anything.
It does if you look just right. Like a painting that you have to look at just right to see the bigger part of it.
So you're saying that embellishment is an art?
See, there you go. You saw the big picture. I mean, it was as obvious as a stop sign on the highway, but still, good job nonetheless.
Lying isn't an art.
You took 2 steps forward and then went back 3, just like in Monopoly.
You aren't being clear.
First off, calm down. Secondly, please don't yell. Thirdly, maybe you should have some water or juice or something.
Look, either you explain to me the difference between lying and embellishing in clear detail, or you leave me alone.
That is what I've been trying to do, yet you can't see what I mean.
Telling stories isn't explaining.
It is if you weren't so narrow-minded.
Excuse me?
Your mind is closed off to new ideas other than your own. You can only see what's in front of you and not the big picture.
I can too see the big picture.
You have yet to prove it.
Because you're being confusing.
I thought I was clear. All right, I will try again. Imagine a whiteboard.
Simple enough.
Now draw something on it.
Like what?
Anything.
You're the one doing the explaining, so pick something.
All right, fine. A cat face, then.
All right.
Now give the cat a ribbon.
Okay.
You don't get it, do you?
No, I have the image in my head.
That's what I thought.
What? You're back to not making sense.
Let's try something else.
Fine with me.
All right, this should be easy. Imagine a mannequin.
Easy enough.
Now, what is a mannequin made of?
Many different materials.
Yes, but this one's, let's just say plastic.
Fine with me.
Now give it a hat.
All right.
Now a scarf.
Okay. So?
The hat and the scarf are not part of the mannequin. They are something that is added to it, much like the cat face on the whiteboard.
Yeah, that much is obvious.
You still don't see it, do you?
I see the mannequin in my head with the hat and the scarf on it.
Nope, you don't get it. How sad.
What don't I get? I imagine what you told me both times. You can't just give me stupid ideas like that and expect me to get it.
I wanted to see if you can see the big picture, but you couldn't, proving that I was right about you being narrow-minded.
Then tell me what I was supposed to see.
What would be the point? You wouldn't have learned anything.
How am I supposed to learn anything from a mannequin or a whiteboard or any of the stories that you told me that I've heard so many times?
Fine, I'll tell you.
Good.
The mannequin represents a story, completely true and hasn't been altered.
And I imagined it with the hat and scarf.
Yes, now it is altered. It has been giving something not part of it. It has been embellished.
No, it's doing what it's meant to do.
At the core, it is still made of plastic. That part of it hasn't changed. This one true fact remains, preventing it from becoming a lie. It's also the same with the whiteboard. At the core, it's still a whiteboard, and it hasn't changed. The cat face with the ribbon was added to it. It has been embellished.
But
Just like Frank's stories, the pirate that attacked him for groceries, he still went grocery shopping like he said he would. He just added a pirate captain to it to make it more interesting. Yet the one core fact didn't change, therefore it isn't a lie, just an embellished tale. Also, the story he made with the fossil he found while digging up a fire pit. Same situation. He didn't change the one true fact about the story, which was digging a fire pit. The water dragon in the lake, it's the same thing. He was just fishing by himself. All of this to make it more interesting. Never thought of it like that, I'm guessing.
No, I didn't.
He was just trying to make everyone smile, make things more interesting. How interesting is it simply that he bought groceries and walked home?
Well, not at all.
Or just digging up a fire pit?
Very dull.
Or just fishing by himself with nothing happening?
Even more dull than digging up a fire pit.
Exactly. So he added a few extra details to make it more interesting. And after it was done, what did the others around him do?
They, well, laughed.
Yes, he made them laugh and gave them a wonderful memory.
But he didn't need to do that with every story.
He didn't.
What do you mean?
He did tell me one story that was free of any embellishment. It was when you two went fishing together. It was such a fond memory he had of you. It was one of the few times you two really connected. In the end, neither of you got a nibble. So you both just walked away, yet feeling great even though you didn't catch anything. It was one of his favorite memories. The whole event was bliss to him.
Yes, that's how it happened. And there wasn't any embellishment in there? Why?
Because it was an important memory that didn't need any embellishment. It was a memory that he cherished just the way it was.
And made everyone smile.
That is right. I'll pay my final respects before I leave.
Going already?
We have been out here for some time, and I have to get home before it gets too dark.
Wait. I never got your name.
Oh, yes, you did.
What?
Think back to what we talked about, and you will find it.
Hey, sweetie, how are you doing?
Fine. Just wish it was better.
I know, but this is part of life.
Doesn't mean I have to like it.
None of us do. Frank will be missed.
Yeah. What's that?
Oh, this? That picture of your grandfather. It was when he was younger. Want to see?
What's wrong?
I just never realized how handsome Grandpa was in his youth.
True. You can now see where I got my good looks.
More like stole them.
Hey.
Strange. Anything involving him somehow makes us laugh.
Yes, that was his gift. How did Frank's favorite wine glass get out here?
Yeah, it should be in the house.
Maybe his ghost put it out here as a prank.
Oh, you.
Let's put this back inside.
A good idea.
Yeah. Thanks, Grandpa.
You're welcome.